This is about life in the time of the coronavirus, set about mid-July, a few months ago. The PM is visiting our city today to do one of those ultra-cheesy, prefabricated town meetings. So cheesy, you have to put quotes around the town meeting. It's not in a town, and it's not a meeting. Anyway, he's holding this in a college situated in a neighborhood, the show to air on CNN. And the news broadcasters here are squawking over and over that this is the biggest thing to happen in that neighborhood in over 60 years. And I think that's hilarious and also sad. If true, I feel sorry for that neighborhood, boasting about a big hunk of cheese. Much was made of the fact that the PM was in a local neighborhood while his wife was in Tokyo for the Olympics. The PM spoke about getting vaccinated and also his infrastructure plan, which will repair or replace crumbling buildings, roads, and bridges, while also, guess what? Provide jobs, union jobs, union jobs. That's what he said. He called this a bipartisan effort, and he recalled his time in the Senate, where a handshake really meant something. He did not say what exactly that something was. He said he was confident that he could work with, and he paused. Then he said, "Your governor," because he could not recall the field mouse's name. Oh well. A few more thoughts on baseball. Baseball arose as an amateur activity and a community activity. Teams formed in towns and cities. They were natural, spirited rivalries. Players represented their towns because they lived there. Baseball is now thoroughly professional, and the community aspect of it, as it exists now, is purely formal or ceremonial, sentimental, if you will. Certainly false. It exists for money and individuals. The players could not care less where they play. They want money. The team owners want money. The fans are the money. A son of ours is touring the Carolinas now, dropping in on 7 minor league teams. He recently did the same in Wisconsin, visiting 6 ballparks. He knows that I think baseball is dying, and I told him to pay close attention to everything at those parks because I think they will be the first to go. He did not disagree. In those minor league places, baseball is still real, but it is a smoldering coal and not long for this needy commercial world. Minor league baseball is like the circus I hooked up with 40 years ago, heading for the verge of extinction. I wanted to see it before it was gone. Now it's gone. My son is witnessing the same situation with baseball. I told him, I wish you were a writer so you could produce a fitting memorial. Poor baseball. The first pro team went undefeated for a year and then moved to Boston for more money. I just read that piping classical music into subways and rough neighborhoods had a marked effect in reducing crime and violence. But that music is not what plays in those hot spots. What they hear is the constant din, boom and beat of rap and hip-hop, the pounding sound of shots fired, bling and swagger. What a soundtrack that is. One of the greatest factors in establishing or evaluating quality in art is context. If you remove the context, the work of art loses all its value, or nearly all. Art is driven by its context. If you don't know the context, you can't possibly know the art. I heard a recording of an answer the PM gave last night. It was not only non-responsive to the question, it was a bubbling pot of words. It was, in a way, spectacular. He sounded like a cross between Casey Stengel and Professor Backwards. He should not appear in public. A restaurant owner asked him how he was ever going to hire someone to work in his place when the government was paying people not to work. The PM launched into something about strong employment numbers, a trend he knows will continue. He guaranteed that a bridge would be built, and I am not just saying that, he said. The restaurant owner, completely unsatisfied, sat down. The COVID-19 numbers continue to rise, and I think we are approaching a point where we are going to have to recognize officially the resurgence of the epidemic. That means there will be social and economic implications, limiting the size of groups, an end to full capacity in stadiums and arenas, and people who have not been vaccinated must wear a mask at all times in public. The summer heat was supposed to work against the virus, but the numbers do not bear that out. I heard that Florida is really showing a spike in cases. As usual, I know nothing about any of this. The Cleveland Indians are now going to be the Cleveland Guardians. They announced this in a video featuring Tom Hanks, telling everybody how proud they will be to root for the Guardians. The Guardians. It sounds like a savings and loan to me. Baseball is dead, but they will make more stupid and woke decisions before they go away. Out with a whimper. Spoken by Tom Hanks. An ad on television poses the question, are you happy with your credit number? Millions of Americans are, they say. I'm sorry, are you unhappy with your credit number? Millions of Americans are, they say. And it says it can take care of that for you. It can make you happy by falsifying your credit report. So what's it going to be? An honest, bad number or a phony, solid score? And who would be crazy enough to believe in a credit score anyway? Hey, look at my credit score. Get lost.